Hello and welcome to my portfolio presentation. Throughout the semester, I have been able to develop knowledge and experience in the four major areas of the Quest 2 program: content, teaching, technology, and child-focused learning and development. I would like to share with you a few examples of how I have grown this semester. During my first rotation, I had the opportunity to be placed in a pre-kindergarten classroom, where I gained a lot of experience in focusing lessons towards the needs of students. Overall, I believe child-focused lessons include hands-on activities that allow students to interact with the learning process. The first lesson I taught involved introducing the topic of graphing to the students. Throughout the week of the lesson, the students each brought an apple to school in order to participate in this lesson. The students sat in a circle where I began to talk about what a graph is and how it is used. I related this topic to the weather chart they work with every day, so the students were engaged to further explore the concept. The students began placing their apples one at a time in the appropriate column, first by size, small, medium, or large, and then by color, red, yellow, or green. The students enjoyed getting a chance to place their apple on the graph and contribute to its growth. As a class, we also discussed our results regarding which column on the graph had the most or the least number of apples. I was surprised how well the students reacted to the higher level questions I posed to them. The second lesson I taught in the pre-kindergarten classroom involved sequencing Mother Goose rhymes. This is a picture of the Mother Goose wall I helped construct in the classroom. I read the Mother Goose rhyme Hey Diddle Diddle to the students before discussing the concept of sequencing. After practice with putting the characters of the rhyme together in order, the students returned to their seats to create this sequencing strip. The students worked independently to place the characters of the rhyme Hey Diddle Diddle in order based on when they were introduced. The students effectively displayed the sequence of the rhyme and enjoyed acting out the characters. Two additional lessons I taught this semester included technology. I chose to integrate technology into a Team Teach social studies lesson, as well as a science lesson I taught in my second rotation. Technology is an important component which can be a great way to enhance learning and the effectiveness of a lesson. Several of my colleagues and I created and taught together a social studies lesson. The lesson focused on teaching the students about Veterans Day and its importance. One of my colleagues brought their veteran uniforms for the students to explore, and we created a video to introduce the topic. The video was used as an engagement activity to describe to the students what a veteran is. The students enjoyed the video, and I heard the students referring to it as they continued to learn throughout the lesson. To conclude the lesson, the students created letters to send to veterans in the community. The science lesson I taught in my second rotation focused on teaching the students about modifying motion. I showed the students a Brain Pop Junior video about force and motion in order to access their prior knowledge of the content area as well as introduce the concept of modifying motion. This resource helped the students visualize the concept and how to modify motion before they actually performed the experiment. For the experiment, the students were placed in groups and given 2 tennis balls. One pair of students tried to keep the ball going back and forth between each other while the other pair tried to hit the first ball and change its direction. The class came back together as a whole group to discuss the experiment. The students filled out a recording sheet as we discussed our findings. Throughout the semester, I have learned how to adequately research content in order to create an effective lesson focused on teaching students about a particular subject. During my second rotation, I worked closely with my cooperating teachers to create a math and language arts lesson. The first lesson focused on equal parts division and required me to become familiar with the particular method of teaching division which my cooperating teacher uses. The students used a total plate to place the total amount of counters which they will divide into cups, which represents the number of sets. I worked with students in small groups to better differentiate instruction. This was an effective way to teach students the concept because many students needed additional assistance working with larger totals. My content-focused language arts lesson involved teaching students the importance of various text features found in nonfiction text. I began showing the students their social studies textbook with all the text features covered. We discussed what it would be like to read a textbook with no text features, and all the students decided they were necessary to understanding the material. To further assess the students' knowledge of identifying text features, the students played a text feature bingo game. The students were paired with a partner and given different nonfiction text. As the group blew through the text, they found the different features where they were able to remove them from their bingo board. This was a creative way for the students to understand the importance and meaning of each text feature. Throughout the semester, I've had many opportunities to grow professionally and increase my experience in the teaching field. My methods courses have allowed me to work closely with my colleagues in many similar ways as the professional groups that we will experience in the teaching field. I have also observed many grade level meetings at my designated school, which has helped me understand the purpose of professional learning groups. I also attended a night for educators at the Houston Museum of Fine Arts, where we were able to see the King Tutankhamun exhibit, as well as learn many ways to integrate Egyptian art into curriculum. The material I received, as well as the exhibit, made me realize how communities around schools can enter the classroom and enhance learning. In conclusion, this semester in the Quest 2 program has provided me with an abundance of opportunities to enhance my teaching skills. I have been given the building blocks for success as I enter the Quest 3 program. Thank you for your time.